Well, I'm out on a very different river today. This one is controlled by the Laurencekirk Angling Association, of which I'm also a member. It's very different in character from the river that's been in my first two videos this year. This is it's got much more of a highland character about it, this one. Now, another feature of this river is it tends to be quite late in wakening up. So I'm not just overly hopeful of catching an awful lot of fish here today, but it is a gorgeous day, and as they say, getting out is as important as catching fish. And it's fine just to go somewhere else for a change. Another difference between this river and the one in the last couple of videos is this one, the water's much cleaner. And it's got a hatch of March browns, so you never know, there might be the odd March brown hatches and brings the fish on, but as I always say, I'm not hopeful. It's absolutely beautiful, just stunning, a stunning day. I'm going to have a wee wander upstream. There's a really good pool up here, which I have seen fish rising in early season before, but I don't know, we shall see. I actually haven't even strung my rod up yet, I've just put a reel on it, because I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. I hope you can see from the footage what a lovely wee river this is. This section here in particular, it's all pools and runs, and it's got a real highland character to it, although it isn't in the Highlands. I used to fish this river fairly regularly up until about 2 or 3 years ago, and I haven't been back since. I don't know why. I just kind of got fed up of it, I suppose. It's hard to imagine you could get fed up with such a bonny bit of water. This is a tributary of the North Esk, which is one of the best salmon rivers in Scotland. So later on in the year, there's salmon and sea trout come up here as well. But I've only ever fished it for brownies, although my club membership covers us for everything. Now there's a long glide here which runs up towards the pool at the top. So I think if I'm going to see any fish rising, it's likely to be here. So what I'll probably do is wander on up a bit, find myself someplace comfy to sit, and hopefully I won't fall asleep and miss any rising fish, but at my age you can never guarantee that. There's some bumblebees flying around here. That's the first ones I've seen this year. And I did see one fly, an upwing fly, further down. I look like an olive, a large dark olive. So that's the first one of those I've seen this year as well. But as yet, no fish rising. Well, I found a comfy spot. All that remains now is just to sit, try not to fall asleep, and observe. Right, I think I've sat about for long enough. I'll run a few nymphs through this pool and see what happens. I think the fish must still be in their beds. Some curious metal spikes stick out of the water here. Must have been old bank reinforcements or something. Very strange. Well, the wind's starting to pick up quite a bit now, so I think I'll head back down into the forest, get a bit of shelter. I suspect this is going to be quite a short video, and the catch rate's going to be around about the same as the last two, but at least I can boast it's a 100% record. There was a question in the comment section of one of my last videos, and I was asked if I ever use a big dry fly as an indicator, and the answer is yeah, I do quite a lot. There's two different ways to do it. If I'm fishing with a nymph, obviously put the big dry fly on as a dropper and the nymph on the tail. But if I'm fishing, say, a rough water and I want to fish a really tiny dry fly, what I do is I put a big dry fly on the tail and the tiny dry fly on the dropper. The reason I do it that way, if the tiny fly was on the tail, I would have no idea where it was. It could be to the right or the left or behind the dry fly. However, if the big dry fly is on the tail, I know pretty much exactly where the small dry fly is going to be, whether I can see it or not, because it's got to be a couple of feet down the leader from the big dry fly on the tail. It can't be anywhere else. So that tends to work. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. I do sometimes use a big dry fly as an indicator, but I do it a couple of different ways. Well, I'll just sit around here for a wee while and see if any flies hatch or any fish rise. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the first fish of the season is going to have to wait another day. However, I have had one first. I got my first nettle sting of the season there just a couple of minutes ago. So that's a sure sign spring is here. The bloody stinging nettles have started to grow. See, when they're really small and you can hardly see them, that's when they seem to be at their most venomous. They certainly sting. Well, on my current catch rate, I don't think if you guys are going to be getting too excited about looking forward to the next video. But stick around, I mean, we'll get something eventually, honest. It's just a tad too early. What's the date today? This is the, oh my goodness, the 20th? I'll look at my watch. Yeah, it's the 20th of March. It's certainly for this river. The local guys in the club who have fished it all their lives, I reckon it's usually May before this river really comes on to song for the rising fish. But if you don't go, you never know. And it's better than sitting in the house. Well, there was a single large dark olive just came dancing down the river there, completely unmolested. I wouldn't exactly describe it as a hatch, but it's a fly. And that's more than I've seen on my last two outings. Well, I just measured the water temperature there, because that's the sort of thing fly fishers do when there's nothing else doing. Anyway, it's up to 8.5 degrees, which is encouraging. It's going in the right direction. Still probably a tad cold, but it's at least going in the right direction. So hopefully another week we'll see something happening. Providing we don't get any more snow or anything, which in Scotland you can get snow right up until May, even at this level. And up in the hills much later than that. Any time of the year, really. But it's very pleasant just sitting here in this warm sun out of the wind. And I haven't seen another fly, just that one large dark olive. And that's it. Well, still nothing at all happening. This is probably a better place to sit and do nothing. Because the noise of the water is drowning out the traffic noise from the A90, which is just maybe about less than a mile from here. And it's a busy road. That's the main road that joins Dundee, Aberdeen. And it is a busy, busy, noisy road. From that, and the other wee snippets of information I've given you, the more observant will probably have figured out this is the Lougher water I'm fishing. If anybody wants to fish here, you get permits from the Laurencekirk District Angling Association. Day tickets are, I don't know, about 10 quid or something like that. I don't know. You can go on their website anyway, just Google Laurencekirk District Angling Association and you should get all the information you need there. It's a lovely wee river. Well, just to finish off, I'm going to run a few nymphs through this pool and see if anything, see my luck changes, but somehow I don't think so. Casting's kind of awkward, I've got trees behind me, so I'm having to come off my wrong shoulder. Trying to roll a line out against that wind is not easy. Well, it's got decidedly chillier in the last 5 or 10 minutes. I would say that it's probably going to kill the fishing, but since there's no fishing to kill, I don't suppose it's really made an awful lot of difference. But I think I'll call it a day anyway. Head home. It was fine to get out, get some fresh air in the lungs again. So, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, thanks for watching.